welcome to another video. First recording kind of got ruined, so I'm doing this again, though I didn't get too far. Just gonna put it here first. Again, another reminder to check out the Discord server. I'm gonna have some art on screen of some of the members' artworks that they're part of. Hopefully I can get all their ats on top of that as well, but I'm still learning to edit, so there's that. Oh, also, in the server, we're all working on a joint collaboration for New Year. So if you want to join in on the collaboration, you can best join the server as soon as you can, because we don't have much time. Only a few days left. Thank God. Basically, we're all drawing our own our OCs from like the waist up with a firework above their head. And once we're all done, I'm gonna put all of the images onto one canvas, and it'll be very cute. Anyway, onto the video. Oh no, wait. Sorry. The speed paint in the background. Sorry, it's not Zelda related. It's my OC Red. I wasn't able to get a drawing done for this video. I'm so sorry about that, but hopefully my stupid little OC will do. He's just a little garbage alien elf man. You're welcome. I'll talk about my OC some other time though. Okay. Oh, and I also left the line art in this time. Well, most of the line art. I kinda just did it on a whim. Right. So, The Legend of Zelda. I guess I better start where I started. Well, I guess I better start with this. So, I seen one of my idols made a video similar to this on her series. I'll have it linked. Sorry, I'm still getting used to doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a loser. I'll have it linked in the description if you want another video on someone rambling about Zelda. I love her videos, they're really nice, and her new series, The Isle's Nest, is very lovely to listen to while I work. Her name is Leslie Lou Marie. I hope I pronounced that right. Please don't murder me, I'm sorry. Right, okay. I need to stay focused, sorry, I'm really bad at staying focused. Not a great day. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain in the background. But I'll have that in the description. Okay. So, I went through a huge Zelda phase not too long ago, actually. If you've known me for a while, you'll know, but I don't think many people really have, unless you're my friend. Because I don't anyone followed my Twitter back then. And even then, I didn't have it all up on my Twitter. It was mostly on Miiverse and stuff. And yeah, I used to use Miiverse. It was hell. So, it all started when I was very young. One of my very first memories, actually, is of Zelda. And it's kind of funny because it's a memory from when I was a baby. I'm assuming a toddler. I remember I could speak, but I don't know. I remember my auntie was taking me up to my cot to go to bed, and she was like, she was annoyed because I wouldn't go to sleep because I kept watching her on the TV. I kept standing up and holding on to the railing because I wanted to see what she was doing, and she was playing The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, which came out a year after I was born, though I died I was 1. In this memory, there's no way I'd remember something from when I was 1. I don't know how old I would have been, but I just know I was in my cot. So, I guess technically Wind Waker is my first introduction to Zelda, but it didn't come very important until later on in my life. What I mostly remember is watching my mom and my brother play, I think it was Ocarina of Time. I remember attempting to play it for myself. I was never very good at video games back then, and I was always terrified by the enemies. But I remember I used to wander around in Kokiri Village. It's been a while. I used to collect rupees because I wanted to I think it was the shield I needed to buy or something. Because you find the sword in the maze, but I'd never get very far because as soon as I got to the part where you get to the Deku tree, I got too scared. But I watched my brother play through it, and he always told me all these cool little facts about like the golden skulltulas and stuff. He also really loved it, and that's kind of what made me like it even more because I have people who also liked it and dragged me into it. Though my very first Zelda game that I played, and you're gonna hate me for this, it was Skyward Sword, which I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, was Leslie Marie's first Zelda game too. I had watched my brother and my mom play games before that, but Skyward Sword I played for myself, though it's kind of debatable, honestly. I played it, but I'd always get stuck on the bosses, so I get my brother to fight the bosses for me. Plus, I was a huge scaredy cat. The Silent Realms, I couldn't do the Silent Realms. I had to get my brother to do it for me. But during that phase when I started playing Skyward Sword, because it was my escape from, like, I used to be kind of bullied in school, so, like, some days I'd purposefully stay off school just to play the game, which is kind of dumb. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. Don't stay off school to play video games. I was going to say something, but I don't remember. Oh, yeah. I also related to Link in Skyward Sword because he was also dealing with the same issue. Thanks to Groose, because he's stinky. I'm kidding. Groose gets really good later on. Very funny character. But that's where it all started, kind of. And then since Skyward Sword, I just started collecting stuff and getting more and more interested. And I remember my brother telling me about the Hyrule Historia and how it was like, it had all of the Zelda lore in it, and I wanted it so badly. Like, I didn't even think it was possible to get it. My stupid, tiny kid brain thought that it was some rare item that had to be passed around, and there was only like 3 of them in existence. But of course that's not true. My mom, she got me, I think it was for my birthday or for Christmas, but she got me the Hyrule Historia, and I treated it like it was, I don't know how to explain it, like some kind of secret relic that no one else could get their hands on. I protected it with my life, and I still have it, but my mom has it, so like, I don't have it. I can't get it right now, but that's not really my focus at the moment. But I used to have this little red cloth that I'd wrap it up in. But even then, when I like tried to take such good care of it, I remember walking around my house and reading all of the lore for the games that I had missed and walking into the doorway and getting dents in the book. It was quite funny. I think, I don't know, I'm really bad at time, but at one point, like, I think it must have been around that time is when Breath of the Wild was, like, very first announced. It wasn't even Breath of the Wild, it was just Zelda U. Oh god, what a time. I used to spend all day theorizing where I think the game was gonna be on the timeline. I spent so long. Before my Zelda phase, I thought YouTube was just for funny videos, you know, those like prank videos, and I wasn't very interested, though also Minecraft, because I remember watching Minecraft on YouTube. So it was kind of funny, but after I went through this huge Zelda phase, I watched so many Zelda creepypastas, Zelda theories, top 10s, all of that. Like, I think Peanut Butter Gamer was my favorite video for the top 10 content, and that's how I learned most things about the internet and content in general, was just top 10 videos and anything related to Zelda. Always just top 10 spookiest Zelda villains, top 10 weirdest Zelda characters, everything. So a lot of it was just me like being interested in the lore and the games. I didn't care too much for gameplay. I mean, you can probably tell I played Skyward Sword and didn't see any issues with it. I still don't. I still think Skyward Sword's really fun. It may not be a good Zelda game, doesn't mean it's a bad game. Though, technically, if it wasn't branded with Zelda, would anyone really be interested in it? Like, if the story and stuff is different, I don't know. I love it, though. After that, I think my next, like, game that I really got obsessed with after Skyward Sword was, A Link Between Worlds, which I think is my favorite. I mean, of course, Breath of the Wild is going to be everyone's favorite, but, like, so, like, excluding Breath of the Wild, I think A Link Between Worlds is my favorite. It's such a cute game. It's so fun. I really hope they make a remake for the Switch. Sorry, I'm not really good at this video. It's already been, like, 10 minutes. I do not know what to say. I just hope this is nice to listen to. I know a lot of my friends say they like listening to my voice, so maybe this is I can't even speak. Hopefully this is relaxing or something. I personally like listening to videos like this while I work, but usually people I watch have a lot more structure than me. I don't even have a script. I don't even have a list. I'm just rambling. I'll get there eventually, though. I got this. Or do I? I hope so. It wasn't a while until I started making Zelda OCs, but I did have a phase of Zelda OCs. Zelda kind of got pushed aside when I got interested in other things. It has always been, like, my main focus. For a while, I went through, like, a phase of Sonic, and then I went through my FNAF phase, which I'm back to. Surprise, surprise. I like FNAF. And then after I was done with FNAF and Undertale, I went back to Zelda. I made this stupid AU, like, absolutely ridiculous. It made no sense. It's so pointlessly edgy. It's honestly kind of comical at this point, and I want to talk about it because it makes me laugh. I hope it'll make someone else laugh. But basically, one of my favorite artists, my absolute main inspiration for years, Cosette Onisu? Cosetti? I don't know. I'm so sorry. I think their Twitter username is Cozy or something. Cozy Onisu. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I tried to pronounce this in another video and couldn't. I don't know. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. But they did these, like, drawings of Link, but Link has a Sheikah. So, you know, like the Sheikah tribe from Zelda. Sorry. They drew him as a Sheikah a few times, and I loved it. I thought it was the most amazing, coolest thing ever that people would make an AU for Zelda. As far as I knew, they didn't do much with it other than draw it, but I don't know. I never really looked into it. But I took that design and I made my own story because I was so obsessed. I used to, well, I mean, I say I used to, but I still do. I don't do it as much anymore, just one person, but we usually, like, role play, and I used to role play a lot on Quodev, so we had, like, same thing as that's on Tumblr with, like, the asks and stuff, and I'd always do them for this AU that I had of Link, and it helped me, like, develop my story. I don't know if I'll remember it correctly, but basically, my theory was, or not my theory, my AU was that Link was born into the Sheikah, and because he was born into the Sheikah, and they're, like, kind of defectors sometimes, they, like, go against things, Link kind of finds out about the reincarnation stuff, and he gets angry, because, I mean, who would want to go through that all the time? So, his big brain plan was to go and kill Zelda for some reason. Because he blamed her for this, even though whatever happened was in her past life. But he's like, I'm gonna go Angie mode and I'm gonna commit regicide. So I think he attempted to kill Zelda. But he might have also killed the king. I don't remember. Either way, he got exiled after that, which is kind of dumb. Why would you do that? Why would you just exile him? Because, like, then he's just gonna go on and mess up the cycle, like... Well, I mean, they kind of cursed to follow the cycle forever, so I don't know how he was managing or planning to escape that, but... They exiled him instead of just killing him and waiting for the next life. And like, being like, hey, don't do this. Don't commit regicide. That's a bad idea. That's a terrible idea. Please don't do that. Instead, they're like, alright, get out. You're not welcomed in Hyrule anymore. Be gone, fool. So he's like, left Hyrule. I think that's just my way of like being able to link him to like other franchises as well, because I did a lot of crossover role plays and stuff, so I had him added to other places, so that was my reason for him not being in Hyrule. And also, I don't know why, but I went through a phase of hating Zelda as in the character. I don't really remember why. I was just angry at her for like no reason. Because, yes, let's get angry about a fictional character that doesn't exist. It was kind of funny. There were a lot of interesting AUs and storylines that came from it. It was really dumb. Why did Link do that? And why did they just exile him? Very stupid. I don't think Ganondorf even existed in that AU. I think the plan was that it was an era of peace. So, like, Ganondorf was gone at the moment. So, like, the only conflict they had was Link being a jerk for no reason. He was very angsty. Ooh, I wonder... I'm pretty sure I still have drawings I did of him from that time that I might have up on screen. If I can figure out how to do this properly without messing everything up. I have a ton of Zelda merged here. Ooh, another exciting time for Zelda. I was waiting for Breath of the Wild. I guess I could talk about that. So I had been there for the initial announcement. Was it like 4 years we had to wait for it to come out? I don't remember. A dark time. Oh, sorry. I'm tired and trying not to yawn. I barely got any sleep last night. That's what happens when someone yells at you a bunch. Okay. What was I saying? So, the lead up to Breath of the Wild, it was maddening. I just wanted the game. I wanted it here and now. I couldn't wait any longer. I remember I always used to say, if I die before Breath of the Wild comes out, I want to pull a Ben drawing and get stuck in the game. That's what I'm gonna do. Somehow. Which is really funny to me now. I still remember my first day playing it and getting off the Great Plateau and just, God, it's such a feeling you can't get back. It's just, it was really late at night because I had worked really hard on my art to get an exam piece finished or something, so that I could get some extra pocket money to afford the game, because I'd been saving up anyway, but I still didn't have enough for the game. I needed like an extra 20 pounds or something to afford it. So I made a deal to get my art done in exchange for having some extra money so I could buy the game. And buy the game I did. I had to buy it on Wii U because I didn't have a Switch and I couldn't afford one. And I didn't want to ask for one because, excuse me, they're quite expensive. And I don't like asking for stuff like that. It's embarrassing. But my mom, for my birthday, she went and she got me the special edition for Switch. So I got that. I have the Master Sword, though I kind of broke the flyer on it somehow. It came off, like the stem, and then the stem went missing, so the Silent Princess flyer, it's just sitting there it's broken. I don't know what to do. I tried hot gluing it back on, but I'm assuming there's just something up with the plastic, because when the hot glue dried, it just popped right off and didn't stick. And I tried blue tack, but the blue tack got all gross and hairy and dusty from sitting on my shelf. So that had to go. And then the stem disappeared, so now the flower, it just sits. It just sits. Mocking me. Before Breath of the Wild came out, I went through another phase in Zelda where I was obsessed with the mangas, and I always used to go on YouTube to look up to see if anyone did like covers of them, so like they read them and went through the pages, but there wasn't too many of those, or at least I couldn't find any good ones. So for years I didn't have the manga, but then like I think it was like 2018 I started collecting them, and I think I have practically all of them. I don't have the Twilight Princess one. That's the only one off the top of my head I know that I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure that one's like the newest one that came out, so there's that. I also haven't read them all yet, but the Minish Cap and Phantom Hourglass one, the best in my opinion. It is so good. It's just really nice. I like it. And there's a little, because I got the like special edition ones where they have like different covers, and it's like 2 stories in one. In the Minish Cap and Phantom Hourglass one, there's like a little comic, a like small side comic in the middle, where with Vadi, but Vadi is like a Minish again, and he's hanging out with Eslo, and Eslo's like training him. It's just really cute and funny and charming. I don't want to spoil it, but if you like Zelda and you like manga, I recommend it. Very cute. Oh, and I recently finished watching. I recently finished reading the Four Swords manga, which is I'm gonna be honest, I only read the parts where Shadow Link was still in it, and then when Shadow Link okay, spoilers. Spoiler warning. But when Shadow Link died, I was like, alright, I'm just gonna skip ahead and see if he comes back or if anything interesting happens, and he did. And I read that, and then I skipped the rest again. And then read the end. I don't know if I just don't find the stories too interesting. I mostly was just kind of interested in the interactions that were there. There are a lot of funny stuff in the books. What else? Oh, the same day that I got Breath of the Wild on Switch, the special edition, I got the Arts and Artifacts book, which is like in a similar vein to the Hyrule Historia. I don't know if I worded that right. I'm very sorry if I didn't. I'm terrible at words. But I got that too, and it's very nice. Very heavy. It's sitting on my shelf. It's just sitting there. I went through it. All the art is very pretty, though I still prefer the Historia because it has like concept art in the Hyrule Historia. Meanwhile, Arts and Artifacts, I think, is mostly just mostly finished art and like plans for the posters and stuff, and then like sprites and stuff. I really, really want the Breath of the Wild book that they made. It looks so good. I love looking at concept art. It's so fun and very inspiring. Especially now since I have my own project I'm kind of working on. Which also reminds me, Zelda is one of the things that pushed me to be more interested in video games and stuff. A very good game franchise. I feel like I should talk more about it, but I'm really bad at managing time here. I'm halfway through the video. Let's see, what else? What else have we got here? Let's see. I know I went through a huge phase, but my brain isn't thinking of much about it today, right now. So I don't know what to talk about exactly. Oh yeah, I made a bunch of edgy Zelda art. which is kind of embarrassing. Most of my phase was like roleplay and stuff, and I'm like embarrassed to talk about it because it's all just stupid angst. Like, that's all I do roleplay for is angst and drama. It's very fun just watching my characters suffer. I'm sorry. But that's mostly what that was about. And the crossovers are embarrassing. Like, there's one where Sheikah Link met Gaster from Undertale. I think like Gaster threatened to end his timeline or something like that, and was like, "No, not my timeline." I don't remember. It's been years since that. But I look back on these things and it's absolutely hilarious. I love it. God, what did I even say? Oh, I have a bunch of Zelda OCs that have like since been turned into just regular OCs too. Oh, and Zelda is like got a huge influence in my art style and my character designs. I mean, for example, just look at this guy I'm drawing here. Look at them pointy ears. Look at those eyes. Look at that hair. You can't tell me he's not inspired from Ashika. Actually, I can because he wasn't, but it was an accident. I swear it was an accident. He wasn't supposed to look like that. But yeah, it's really inspired me a bunch. Let's see. Should I talk about my favorite characters? Well, I mean, I really relate to Link. I feel like... Sorry, excuse me. Got hiccups still. But... Okay, I don't like saying this on stream, but like... Or stream. Screen? Whatever. But I am a stupid Link Kenny. I relate to him so much, and he's been one of my biggest comfort characters, so he has. I usually turn to him when I'm like not feeling great, because I feel like I can see myself in him, and it's very inspiring, because like although he's like a lot of troubles and he doesn't talk much, and he gets bullied in Skyward Sword and in Ocarina of Time, I felt like I could relate to that because it was always him being different from everyone else. I could see myself in that. I was like, oh, Link does well even though he's different. And I'm like, I can do that too. Sorry, I'm getting too sappy. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. But yeah, I love him. Best character, though. I don't want to say that's my favorite character because I know I'll get murdered for saying the main protagonist that practically has no personality is my favorite character. I'm sorry. I have a ton of favorite characters from Zelda. They're all cool. Oh, an underrated character, Byrne. I know he's called something different in different regions, but from Phantom Hourglass. He used to be one of the Locomos or something. Is that what they're called? I think so. And he like starts off like evil. He looks so cool with his metal arm. He kind of skipped leg day though. But a very cool character design, and like his character development in the end is so good. I love it. Another one of my favorites is Vaati. Vaati is such an underrated villain. Bring him back. Nintendo's too cowardly to bring back Vaati. Vaati is too powerful. His gremlin energy is too strong. He's just a little great boy. I don't like how they made him. Okay, Vaati as like in Minish Cap, good. Vaati in Four Swords and the other games, he has creepy old man vibes, and I don't like it because he is a child. Like, at least in Minish Cap, in my headcanons, I headcanon him to be kind of young and immature and dumb. He makes stupid mistakes, but then they turn him into that, and I'm like, no, not my poor little boy. He was just misguided, and he became that. He became a horrible villain. I like Vaati. I don't like Vaati as much after that. Like Vaati's Wrath and stuff. No, is that Vaati's Wrath? God. That's the tall one, is it not? The tall one is Vaati's Wrath. the tall, thin version of Vadi, and then there's the bat thing. Maybe I'm getting confused. No, the tall, thin one is Vadi Reborn or something, and Vadi's Wrath is the bat thing with the eye. My bad. It's been a while. I used to be really into all of this, and then my brain just went, haha, but what if we went back to Five Nights at Freddy's? Or, actually, more likely it was more like, haha, Kirby. And then I got stuck in Kirby for a while. God, I love Kirby. I still love Kirby, and I always will. I just need a break. I need a break from Kirby. Oh God, what do I even talk about now? I'm so bad at this. I'm so sorry. I'm not good at making videos. I'm gonna try better. I think next time I do one of these, I better get a post-it note and write down a few like basic points to keep in mind, because going into this, I've already forgotten all of the points I was gonna make. I just want to ramble about Zelda, but it's just me rambling about whatever I'm rambling about. It probably sounds stupid. I'm sorry. I really like Zelda. That's it. That's all. Fight me. Oh God, what do I even talk about? Oh, I recently got the new Hyrule Warriors game. I'm not a fan of Hyrule Warriors. They completely butchered the story in the first Hyrule Warriors. It was so garbage. Like, the story had me laughing most of the time. It was so bad. And then I heard that this new Hyrule Warriors game was going to be mostly about the Breath of the Wild story that happened in the past. I'm like, oh God, what are they going to do? They're going to destroy it. I haven't watched it yet, or played it yet. I started it for 5 seconds a few hours ago. Back to button mashing. I'm kidding. It's gonna feel like that kind of thing. It's not my kind of thing, and the story is like, oof. I barely remember what happened in the original Hyrule Warriors, but the basics of it was this lady who has the chest loves Link for no reason. She just do. And it's like, oh, grr, but Zelda's in my way. How dare she be in my way? I guess I'll go get the Triforce and resurrect Ganondorf and expect Ganondorf to do something, but oh, oops, well, would you look at that, Ganondorf's betrayed me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm raging on a game that you really like. If anyone really likes it. I know a lot of people have mixed opinions on it. Most people I've come across have agreed with me that the story is kind of garbage. But I know a lot of others really like it, so I'm sorry again. It's okay to like it. You can like something that someone else doesn't like. It's just not my thing. God, no, wait, did that say... Oh, I'm sorry if I sound like a jerk. I'm not trying to. I'm really sorry. I'm bad at this. I'm not good at... I'm terrible with my tone. I'm really not good at like getting my tone to sound completely joking. And it bugs me because I keep pissing people off and I don't mean to. Or I upset someone, I'm like, no, that's not what I intended. Damn it, I'm dumb. I have big stupid. But yeah, Zelda good. Very good. I can't wait for Breath of the Wild 2. I'm very excited to see what happens, but like I'm really worried about what direction they're gonna take the story in. Oh, another thing. I remember when Breath of the Wild first came out and I seen that cutscene where Zelda yells at Link. God, that made me so angry. I hated her. I hated her for so long for that, and then I'm like, but she's kind of cute though. Oh God. I am a disaster. Anyway. I don't know what the point was. I had so much more ideas going into this. And I'm here, and I'm not executing anything well. I've been talking for 34 minutes now. I need water. I'm gonna go do that after this. I need a drink of water. Please join the Discord server. It's really fun. What else? Follow me on Twitter. It's where I mostly post my art. Follow the artists I shoot at the beginning. They're all very cool, and I'm very proud of their art. They've improved so much since I've known them already, which has only been probably like a few months. Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really bad at this. Ooh, also, if you have any suggestions for stuff, excuse me, hiccups again, feel free to leave them. This might be another instant premiere, so if you're watching the premiere, say P in chat. That is all. Thanks for watching my video. It's almost over. I've been really struggling making art lately, so that's why making videos has also been a bit of a struggle. The drawing you're watching now, it was kind of an accident that it happened to begin with. I did it on Christmas Eve. I don't remember. Or was it Christmas Eve? I think it was the day before Christmas Eve, so Christmas Eve. Because me and my friends were just in the voice chat of my Discord server. You can join, links in the description. Scott, my best friend, she was just like, hey, why don't you draw your OC red? And I'm like, alright, you know what, you're right, why don't I? And I doodled him, and I was like, you know what, I kind of like this, I'm gonna finish it. And I did. And I'm really proud of this drawing. I really like it. I'm really happy with it. I'm proud of myself for making it. What else? There was something I was gonna mention and I forgot again. Oh yeah, Discord server. I've set it so that you need to be in the server for at least 10 minutes before you can do anything, because we had an issue when I first launched the server where we got raided, so I don't want that happening again. So a quick way to get that sorted is to message me or like DM me and ask, and I'll give you the rules so you can or not a quick way, you'll still have to wait the 10 minutes, but to do anything after the 10 minutes as well, I think you need the right rule if I have it set up correctly. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm really sorry this wasn't great. It was very rambly. I'm figuring out the structure to my videos still. Have a wonderful day. Something like that. Stay safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.